All right, guys, so this is the video from today. If you missed class today or if you just simply couldn't hear me, like all the 11s couldn't hear me today, I am sorry about that. We definitely dealt with a bunch of technical glitches. So hopefully this video will make up for that. We're not going to do this opening slide, even though I did want to make a point to say that this slide is something that you will see every single day. We will definitely be in there talking about something to get ready for the day as well as something to get going with for the day. So today we had a certain question that I wanted you guys to answer. We had a little fun with that one, trying to think about some fun people that we would bring along with us if there was a zombie apocalypse. Okay, so we also have something talking about asynchronous work. Now, this is a weird word that is going to get thrown around a lot over the span of remote learning and people at home. So this is something that I wanted to bring up, something that I wanted to address and definitely talk about. So what we have here is asynchronous work, and I'm going to start pulling up Canvas. So just kind of bear with me. But asynchronous work is that thing that is going to be work that you do when you're not necessarily with me in class. So I might assign something that is due on Friday, like I have this week. I've assigned something that is due on Friday, and you're going to take care of that during times when you're not with me. So maybe this is during a period 8. Maybe this is during, homeroom. Maybe this is during your asynchronous time on your schedule. Maybe this is just some random other time that you found to work on asynchronous work. But that asynchronous work can be done pretty much at any point. It's just work that's done when it's not with me. Okay? And so I'm going to show you where to get this asynchronous work that I've assigned for this week. So this is the 7th grade science Canvas page. It is the place to be for all 7th grade science students. So that includes Team 1, Team 2, and Team 3. You can see my links are in here. My new Google Meet link is here. So if you have the old one, if you're still accessing it from a different place, come here or the Team 3 page. Both of them are good. These are my new links. You got to use these ones. But the actual asynchronous work for this week, or for at least that I have posted right now, is located right here in Modules, Behringer Student Guide / Safety Contract. Now again, asynchronous work is work that gets done when you're not with me. So what you need to do when you're not with me is you need to download these documents and put them into Squib. You can see I have it nicely laid out for you step by step. Download these documents. You're going to watch these videos that correspond to those documents. There's a place for you to sign those documents yourself. There's a place to have your parents or guardians sign those documents, indicating that they have read them and that they understand the information in them as well. And then you submit these to Canvas. That's a very simple thing for you to do asynchronously at some other time. Right now, it's only about 15 minutes long, probably 15 to 20 minutes for the whole thing for you to read through it, get them signed, I'll watch the videos, all sorts of stuff like that. Just make sure you do it. There may be another asynchronous assignment this week. We'll see. We just got to kind of get through the week and see where we're going. All right, we'll be patient with that. All right, moving on though, now that we've covered asynchronous work, we also have my class expectations. And I wanted to take a second to go over some things with class expectations, because I think a lot of times when you talk about class expectations, you talk about in terms of academics, in terms of what I expect from you academically, but that's not necessarily where I'm going for this. I'm talking about how you handle yourself on a daily basis. The expectations that you hold yourself to on a daily basis. I will tell you that I hold you to extremely high expectations. And we can talk about these expectations from the standpoint of doing your best. Doing your best doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting 100% on every assignment. That could mean that that's your best, but it doesn't have to. Some people learn at different paces than others, and that's okay. It just depends on what your best is. I want you to achieve that best on a daily basis. I also want you to make sure that you're treating others with respect. You live in a community that values this deeply. I have worked in the Upper St. Clair community for almost 10 years, 8 years I think at this point. I know that there is a value for respect here.
If you still have your remote student passcodes.
Okay, I tried something, I paused it, hopefully it worked out. We'll see. Treating others with respect. That's where we were. Okay, I know that this community values that. Let's make sure that we uphold this as well. Being accountable for your actions. Guys, this is something you're going to hear me talk about all year long. Okay, being accountable for your actions. There's going to be this time where people are doing something silly, and I have to, tell them to knock it off. All right? There's two ways that can go. You can say, you're right, Mr. B. I did that mistake. I'm sorry. I'm going to get better from it and move on. Or you can be like, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. when it actually was. Okay? So it's much better to be accountable, learn from the situation, and move on. Don't blame somebody else for your mistake. They didn't do it. Let's make sure that you're owning up to what you need to own up to. The last part of this is hold yourself to the same high expectations that I have you. Things will turn up. If you start thinking that good things will come your way, good things will come your way. If you hold yourself to these high expectations, these things, you will see fruition from this in your life. All right, let's look at the next thing. Role models. Guys, if you were here today, great. If you weren't, we're going to talk about this a little bit tomorrow. But the role models, I just want you to think about somebody that you look up to. Somebody that is an important person in your life, whether it's a celebrity, a sports star, somebody in your family, somebody historical, it doesn't matter. Even a fictional character could work here. But I want you to think about the qualities that make that person a role model, what expectations that you have from them, as well as what expectations you think they have of themselves. That's an interesting way to put this. Okay? So you're not turning this in. We're probably going to talk about it tomorrow. So just draw me a picture, write me a story, answer these questions, take a picture of this so that you have it and you can remember what it is. But this isn't anything you need to turn in. So nothing super important. Even if you want to write it down on a separate sheet of paper, no big deal. All right, now ending the day with something cool. We've got the video. All right, guys, like I was saying, so we've got this demonstration that I want to do, and we saw this in class today. For those of you who weren't here, all we're doing with this is taking observations. So right now I put a liquid into a tube. That's all you need to know. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a match into this tube. And I just want you to make some observations. What do you see? What do you hear? If you were here, you'd maybe be able to smell something. We'll talk about it tomorrow, but these are all observations. Okay, liquid has been into that tube. I'm going to put it right there. Here we go. So weak. That was so weak. We're not going to let that one go. No way. All right, let's try it again. Here is, hold on, get the camera still. Here's the tube. I did it again, set it up. Let's make sure. Here we go. Still nothing. Take 3. Yes! That worked. Okay, now guys, this is the last little bit that I'm going to leave you with. So you obviously saw something, you heard something. It's just important to realize these observations, or to think about these observations. As I'm feeling this tube, I can tell you that it feels very warm, and I think that we understand why it feels so warm. But just observations are a very important thing. So when we talk about this tomorrow, I want you to think about what you saw, what you heard, what you're hearing me tell you about how this feels. Okay, and we will talk more about observations tomorrow. Great job today. I will see you tomorrow.